right, let's go.
Come on, you guys. Come on in.
Okay, here we go.
And now we begin our practice as we do each day with the opening sequence. Take a comfortable seat on the ground or prop yourself up with a folded blanket or a pillow to make yourself more comfortable. Fold your hands in your lap. And take a moment now as you begin your practice to transition from the external world to your internal state. This is most easily done by gently closing your eyes. Sit very tall and find that gentle, quiet breath. Put your attention on the breath in a very soft and easy way. As you watch the breath, feel the parts of your body that are moving, expanding and contracting just through breathing. Feel the quality of the inhale. How does it make you feel? And the quality of the exhale, the yielding, softening of the body as the breath empties. Continue to sit and breathe like this for a few more moments. Slowly place the hands onto the knees, either palms up or palms down. After a while, begin to move your body to follow this breath. As you inhale, extend your spine, rise up a bit and feel your chest rise. And as you exhale, allow your back to round, soften the shoulders and chest. Let your head and neck move naturally with the movements of the spine. Begin to pause briefly at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. Exhale completely, round your back. Begin to take a deep breath. As the breath moves up into the ribcage and chest, open your arms wide. Exhale and wrap your arms around your shoulders in a big embrace, holding on to the outside of the shoulders. Still holding on. Big inhale, and then softly let the breath out. Inhaling deeply, letting your arms spread wide once more, eyes open. Exhale and bring your hands together up high, gazing at your hands. Watch your hands as they reach up and then descend over the crown, the forehead, the throat, the heart center, the solar plexus, the navel. Then turn your hands out to the sides, straight out, palms forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, turn slightly to the right, trailing your fingers along the floor. Inhale back to the center and exhale, turning to the left. Inhale back to center and exhale, relax. Let's take a little deeper twist to the right. And exhale to the center and a little deeper twist to the left. Make sure you support yourself with your hand on the floor. Inhale back to the center and relax. Looking at your left hand, extend your left arm up and overhead. Then look straight ahead as you bend to the right, letting your right arm bend in towards your waist. Inhale, come up a bit, and as you exhale, fold deeper into the stretch. Inhale, push off the floor with your supporting hand, and exhale, relax. Now, looking at the right hand, all the way up, letting the shoulder blade rise. Exhale, folding to the left. Inhale, come up slightly, and exhale, release down into the deeper stretch. Now the shoulders. Inhale, bring your shoulders back towards each other, up towards the ear. Exhale, roll them forward and down. Reversing. Inhale, draw your shoulders forward. Reach them up to the ears. Exhale, back and down. Let your arms float up behind you, clasping the hands as you bend the elbows. Inhale, knuckles to the floor as you lift your chest, looking down the tip of the nose. Exhale, folding forward, flat back from the hips. So you're almost down on the floor, then release your hands in front of you And just ease yourself down, relaxing the neck and the back of the head. Deep breath into the back, elongate the spine, and exhale, move towards the ground. Walking over to the right side, one hand on each side of the knee, left sitting bone firmly on the floor. Deep breath into the left side of the body. Hold the breath, elongate the spine, and exhale, release towards the ground. It's helpful if you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then walking over to the left side, one hand on each side of the knee, focusing on the right side body. Deep breath in, elongate the spine, and exhale, fold to the ground. Walking back to the center, your head is still down. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, roll up through the back, one vertebrae at a time until you come to sitting. Slide your hands behind you, fingertips facing forward. Lean back onto the hands. And we'll inhale into the chest, lifting the hips up in the air. Look forward until you're completely in a back bend, and then allow your head to drop back very slowly. Then head forward, lowering the hips to the floor. Press through the hands all the way to the fingertips and come back to your seat. Well done. Sitting up straight with wide legs and feet on the floor, holding on underneath the knees. Exhale and roll back, belly towards the spine. Inhale, gliding forward, look straight ahead. Exhale, rolling back, that nice C curve in the spine, belly towards the spine. Inhale, gliding forward. Shoulders are down, elbows lifted. Exhale, roll halfway back, not quite as deep. Inhale from here, tilting back or leaning back to straight spine. Exhale, deep C curve now, belly towards the spine. Inhale, leaning back. Knees are going to open up, finding that balance. Look straight ahead, carry the feet to the center, hips width apart, and balance with the arms forward. And let's let the feet drop to the floor, reach the arms to the sky, and exhale into the C curve. Lumbar spine curling, belly towards the spine, pelvic floor lifted. Inhale, reaching to the sky as if you're holding onto a trapeze bar. Exhale, pull that bar down. Inhale, gliding forward to your full height. Turning to your right, knees to the left. Exhale, folding downward. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, turning to the left, knees to the right. Inhale, come all the way up, full deep breath. And exhale, 4 counts to roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stretch your arms overhead, full body stretch. Deep, full breath. Hold the stretch, hold the breath. And then relax completely, letting your arms just relax on the floor. Deep, full breath into the abdomen. And exhale, let it fall. And slowly lift your right knee towards your chest, keeping your spine long. Then the left knee comes to meet the right. Inhale deeply. Exhale, torso is long, pelvic floor lifted. Stretch those legs out at a 45-degree angle, arms stretched overhead. Inhale, bring the knees back in, keeping the spine long. Exhale, stretch the legs, add the arms. Head stays on the floor, palms face each other. Inhale, stretching back. Exhale, legs to 90 degrees. Head, neck, and shoulders will come off the floor, looking to the thighs. Inhale, stretch back, letting the lower back arch slightly off the floor. And exhale, stretch those legs to 90 degrees. Lower back to the floor, looking to the thighs. Slide the hands up along the legs, holding on. Hold, hold, and release. Relaxing on your back. Let's take a hold of the legs, either the big toes, ankles, or calves. Slowly stretching the legs out like giant scissors opening up as you try to drop your tailbone down to the floor. Now releasing and stretch the legs back up to the center into the dead dog position. Bend the elbows and the knees, relax the ankles and the wrists, and slow outward circles of the hands and the feet. Make sure that you're watching your breath while you do this. that you can see both your hands and your feet, and then reverse your direction. And now we'll bring the hands and feet together in the air and start rubbing them together, starting slow, getting faster and faster, really fast now. And then place your hands over your eyes and relax the eyes back into the head. Just let everything go. Reaching the arms now through the inner legs, hooking onto the outside of the feet, resting back on your mat. Deep breath in. And exhale, folding towards the legs. And we'll slide the arms through the legs, pull the feet in towards the head. Hold, 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 and then relax on your back. Knees together in the air, feet relaxed by the hamstrings. Stretch your arms out from your shoulders, palms down. Start to watch your breath. Keep your spine long as you take your knees together slowly to the right, twisting in the spine. Belly towards the spine. Once you're all the way over, turn your head in the opposite direction. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, bring the knees in closer to the chest as you come through the middle. Now we'll go over to the left side. Nice and slow, watching your breath, keeping the right shoulder pressed into the floor. Once you make it all the way over, turn your head in the opposite direction. Long breath. Exhale, knees to chest to come through the center. Draw your abdomen in, lift the pelvic floor, give your legs a little kick, and roll like a ball, slowly and control. Massaging the muscles along your spine. Make sure you keep your chin tucked. Don't roll onto your neck. Let's roll over to the hands and knees position on all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, finding neutral spine. Inhaling into the cat. And exhale into the cow, belly towards the spine, support your lower back. And again, inhale, tailbone rolls under, lower back, middle back, upper back. And exhale, moving in the opposite direction. And bring yourself back to neutral. Now we'll move all the way up and all way down, sliding the shoulders down the back. And one more time, inhale into the cat. And exhale into the cow. Shoulders slide down the back, belly towards the spine. Get a good stretch here. Come back into the neutral position. Now we'll move from side to side, first to the right and then to the left. Continue to watch your breath, right and left. And now we'll inhale up through the center, exhale to that left diagonal, and inhale up to the center, exhale to that right diagonal, and continue to go around in a circle, lifting up, then to one side, all the way down, and to the other side. Once again up, side, dropping through the center, and finding neutral spine once more. And walk your hands forward a few inches. Walk your knees back a few inches. Lengthen the tail out towards the sky, belly towards the spine. Deep breath. Exhale, pulling back into puppy pose. Hips are high, chest is low, head will go down to the floor. Pressing your fingers into the floor. Arms are nice and straight. Shoulders externally rotating. And we'll come forward into our forearm plank, sliding the hands forward up onto the balls of the feet. You can also have your knees on the floor if this is too difficult. Lengthen through the spine and hold. Keep watching your breath. Try to find the ease in that posture. Lower the knees to the floor, turn the toes over, and pressing the arms to straight into our mini cobra. And let yourself go down and all the way up. So that was a roll on the belly. And we're back into our all fours position, going into the arrows series. We'll start with the left arm and right leg, sliding along the floor, lifting to hip and shoulder height. Take a few breaths here, gazes towards the floor. And then we'll bring our hand back to meet that opposite foot. taking a hold of the foot or making the shape. If you can't hold the foot, you can also grab your pants. Looking forward, nice deep breath. And then exhale and release. Now we'll go into the half moon position. So we're opening up on the side of the body, stretching straight line between the arms. Leg is coming straight out from the hip, gazing upward. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself back to neutral. Now we'll go into right arm and left leg. Nice and even between the hips and the shoulders. Concentrate. Belly towards the spine as you reach back towards that foot. Feel the supporting arm and the muscles of your core helping you make the shape. Look straight ahead. And release down to the ground. Now we'll do our half moon pose on the other side. This is also a side plank, another option where you can stack the heels one on top of the other. A little bit stronger position. Either option is fine. And you have to be very careful now as you turn yourself down towards the floor to use the muscles of the core. Bring ourselves back, and then we'll fold into child's pose. Relaxing down. Make sure that your sitting bones are moving down to your heels. Head to the floor or a block or to your hands in front, or you can fold the hands around by the heels. And just relax for 4 deep, full breaths. As you breathe in, feel the back expanding. Slide your arms in front of you, looking forward. And we'll slide forward into the turtle. We're going to stay low, moving forward over the wrists, and then head comes up, arching the back. Exhale, round the back, way up high. Head goes all the way into the knees. And if you'd like, you can roll up onto the top of the head just slightly in the rabbit. Just lifting your hips slightly, feeling the back of the neck stretching. And now we'll prepare for half headstand, setting up your hands in front of you. Make sure you make that bowl shape between your hands. Knees are tucked in. We roll up to the feet, straightening out the legs. Let your head dangle there between your arms. Just feel the gentle rush of blood to the head, the strong arms underneath you. Steady breathing, steady mind. Lower the knees to the floor and slowly roll up until you're sitting on your heels, looking straight ahead. Inhale, press the hands to the floor and lift the hips up in the air. Chest is open, shoulder blades together and back, head back. And exhale, lower the hips to the floor, press through the hands all the way to the fingers and coming up to on your knees. Press the hands against the thighs and lean straight back from the knees. And exhale forward. Inhale back once more, hinging from the knees, belly to the spine. Exhale, come forward. Now we'll bring our backs one more time. Inhale, come forward. And bringing the arms forward in front of us. Inhale, lifting the right arm up. Exhale, back, hinging at the knees. Bring that hand to the heel. Press the hips forward. Stretch the arm overhead. Gazing up to the sky. And exhale, lean back slightly. Find your hand and windmill it all the way back to the center. Now with the left arm up as we hinge back. Finding that heel. Pressing up to the sky. Gazing upward. Exhale, hinge back slightly. And windmill that back arm all the way back to the center. And now we'll go into the wide arm push-ups. These are kind of like a bench press using the floor instead of weights. You can do this on your knees or with straight legs. Make sure you're forming a right angle between the arms. Your hands are going to be slightly wider than the mat, and you're breathing as you go, lowering down and lifting up just 4 or 5 times. Then pull back in an extended child's pose. Take a few breaths just to relax. And now we'll come forward into the plank position, feeling the strength of your arms and your legs. One long line from head to tailbone, neutral spine. Just holding and breathing and feeling your strength. We'll pull way back as we bend the knees, heels high, pressing the fingers into the floor. And as you exhale, start to lower the heels towards the ground. Going into downward facing dog. Relax the back of the neck. Draw the belly towards the spine. Lift up through the front of the thighs and the shins. Inhale, rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, roll back down towards the heels, never forcing, just gentle stretching. And now we'll walk the feet to the outside of the mat, nice and wide, pressing back from the arms. Inhale, lift those hips high. Exhale, pull back, bend the knees, looking ahead between the hands. Inhale, lift up one more time. Straighten out the legs. And exhale, lower the heels to the floor. Pull back from the hands. This should feel like a good stretch. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Walk or jump your feet in underneath you. Feet are hips width apart. Place the hands on the thighs just above the knees. Extend the spine forward to neutral. And exhale, release down over your legs, just hanging. You can hold on to the elbows if you wish, or just let your arms hang to the ground. Hands back to the thighs. And bend the knees once more, finding that neutral position. And if you feel safe, you can extend your arms forward also, kind of a wide leg chair pose. And inhale, rising, dropping. Inhale, rising slightly. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, rise up all the way into a nice back bend, opening the arms. And exhale, swing down. Inhale, swing up. Exhale, swing down. Inhale, up. Feel the suspension of the exhale and the suspension of the inhale. And bring the arms out to the side, standing with the feet underneath you. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, take a hold of your left wrist. Inhale, stretching up to the sky into side bend. Make sure your kneecaps are lifted. Stay straight on without any twisting. And inhale, bring yourself back to the center. Exhale, relax the arms, change arms, holding to the right wrist. Inhale, stretching long, kneecaps lifted, all the way to the side, and then rolling back to the center. Now we'll go into a balance, rising up to the balls of the feet, pressing the arms down in front of us. Look straight ahead. Deep breath in, exhale, bend the knees. Listen to your knees as to how far down you want to go. You may go all the way down or halfway, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, lift up to the balls of the feet once more. Feel your balance. And exhale, lower the heels to the floor, hands in namaste. And going into Ujjayi breath, lifting the arms overhead, deep full breath. Exhale, track the hands with your eyes. As you slowly exhale, belly to the spine, pelvic floor lifted. And again, inhaling, arms wide, all the way to the top. Exhale, hands pressing down and coming back into namaste. And again, deep full breath in, stretching that inhale out. Feel that moment of transition at the top. And exhale, bring the hands down over the center line. And let's take one more full deep breath in, holding at the top. And then pressing the hands back down, emptying all the breath, pulling up inside into namaste. Fold the hands underneath the chin. And as we inhale, we'll feel the pelvis tilt slightly forward as we open the arms. And here we go. Inhaling, pelvis tilts, and we're opening up the rib cage, the chest, looking down the tip of the nose. Exhale, tailbone towards the pubic bone, belly towards the spine. Find your center once again. Inhale, long, slow, deep breath in. The chest is fully expanded. Exhale, curl the tailbone back to neutral, elbows down. And let's do this again. Inhale, feel that arch in your back here. And exhale, everything returns to neutral. Once more, filling up. Let's suspend the breath at the top, holding. Exhale, press those elbows back together. And now we're ready for the sun salutations. Standing in mountain pose at the front of your mat, squeeze the thighs together slightly, look straight ahead, starting in neutral spine. Perfectly balanced. Inhale, let's sweep the arms up overhead, gazing to the thumbs. Exhale, folding all the way forward. Let's put the hands on the thighs. Inhale, pressing up to neutral. Exhale, hands to the floor, bend your knees, step back into plank. Continue to exhale. Let's do the first one with the knees on the floor. Inhale, belly in, stretch the arms. Exhale, press back. We're going into downward facing dog. And here we'll take 5 deep, full breaths. With each breath, draw the navel towards the spine, emptying out. Let's sit back down into child's pose, an extended child's pose, just to stretch out the back. Counting your breaths as you go, coming back up into the downward facing dog. And let's look towards the hands, step the feet forward. Inhale, hands can come up the thighs. Coming to neutral, exhale all the way down. And inhale, let's lift the arms overhead. Top of the breath, exhale, hands in front of the chest. Sun salutation A. Hands in namaste. Inhale, sweeping the arms overhead. As you do this, lift your kneecaps and your pelvic floor. Exhale, folding forward, flat back all the way to the ground or to the legs. Inhale, gazing upward. Exhale, bend the knees and step back into the plank position. Continue to exhale as you lower. Inhale into the upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling back, downward facing dog. Head drops between the arms. Here we're taking 5 long, slow, deep breaths. Focus on a space right between your feet on your mat. Concentrate. Feel the sensations of your breath. Long, slow, deep breathing. When we get to the last exhale, we're going to empty ourselves all the way out. Looking towards the hands, bend the knees. Step or jump your feet forward. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. And then we'll rise again, arms overhead, top of the breath, exhale, hands down. Continuing with sun salutation A. We'll go a little deeper this time. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead, lifting the kneecaps, hugging the legs together. Exhale, fold forward, straight legs, hands to the floor if possible. Inhale to the fingertips now. And bend your knees, step back, plank position. Continue to lower down. Inhale, stretching to the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. Feel wide across the back. Press the tips of your fingers into the floor. Spread out the toes. Feel the front of the legs pulling up as the back of the legs relax into the stretch. Counting your 5 deep breaths. And gazing towards your hands, we'll empty out all the way. Stepping forward, feet together. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. And we'll rise up to neutral and beyond, all the way to the top. Exhale, hands down over the center line. Continuing with sun salutation A. Deep, full breath in. You're getting warmer now. Exhale, you can move a little more swiftly, folding forward. Inhale to the fingertips. Exhale, bend the knees and step or jump back into plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing. Inhale and exhale, counting yourself. Number 2, inhale and exhale. Number 3, inhale and exhale. 4, inhale and exhale. 5, exhaling, bend the knees, step in. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. And rising to the top, full deep breath. Exhale, hands in namaste. Feel your inner sun as you salute the sun. Sun salutation B. Inhale, arms overhead as we sink into chair pose. Come up to your full height. Exhale and folding forward all the way down. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, gazing up to neutral. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, plank position, lower down. Inhale, belly in, stretch over the tops of the feet. Exhale, rolling back, downward facing. Let's take the right leg forward, transitioning into warrior one position, arms overhead, top of the breath. Exhale, folding from the hips, neutral spine, step back, plank to lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Taking the left leg forward, stepping into lunge. Warrior one position, arms overhead, keep the hips square. Exhale, folding forward, long spine, step back. Continue to exhale as you lower. Inhale, belly in, stretch the arms, look straight ahead. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 5 full deep breaths. Concentrate, gaze at that point between your feet. Feel the sensations going on in your body, counting your breaths, taking full breaths in and full breaths out. Bend your knees, empty out, look towards your hands, and step the feet forward. You can take as many steps as you need. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. And chair pose to come up, bending the knees. Tailbone curling under, pubic bone moving back all the way to the top. Exhale, hands in namaste. And repeating sun salutation B. Inhale into chair pose, long spine, coming up to your full height, top of the breath. Exhale, folding forward, long spine. Inhale, feeling the head lift up. Exhale, step back, plank position, lower down, keeping the shoulder blades wide. Up dog. Exhale, roll back. Now we'll take the right leg forward. Inhale, warrior one position, arms overhead. And exhale, folding forward, hands to the floor, step back, lower down. Inhale, squeezing those elbows against the ribs. Exhale, pulling back. Now the left leg stepping forward. Warrior one position, top of the breath. Exhale, folding forward, long spine, step back, and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So now this is becoming kind of a rest period. Downward dog. We get to rest, but we're still very alive, pressing the fingers into the floor, feeling the energy as it travels through the body. And it's empty out. Look towards the hands, step or jump forward towards the feet. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. Coming up into chair pose once more. Feel that straight line. And exhale, namaste. Let's repeat one more time, all the way to the top of the breath. Exhale, we're getting very warm now. Fold at the elbows all the way down. Inhale, gazing to the fingertips. Exhale, step or jump back, plank position. Lower down and up dog. Exhale, roll back. And we'll take the right leg sky high behind us, stepping through into warrior one. Arms overhead. Feel the anchor of your back heel. Top of the breath. Exhale, folding down, step back, lower down. Inhale, shoulders down. Exhale, all the way back. Left leg kicks up and steps through. Warrior one position, top of the breath. Exhale, folding down, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog, belly in. Exhale, roll back. Downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Again and again. Number 3, 4, and step forward. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. Chair pose to come up. Top of the breath into Namaste. And last time. Here we go. Folding forward. Thighs are lifted. Feel the stretch. Inhale. Feel the heat. Exhale. Step back. Plank position. Lower down. Up dog. Exhale. Roll back. Right leg sky high into lunge. Bring it forward all the way to the top. Exhale. Folding hands to the floor. Step back. Lower down. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale, roll back, left leg comes up, and into warrior one position. Exhale, folding down, step back, lower down, inhale, upward dog, exhale, roll back, downward facing, 5 deep breaths. Empty out, pull back, look towards your hands, and step or jump forward. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale into chair pose. And come to the top, hands in Namaste. Now we'll go into the standing forward bend series. Take a moment to feel your breath. It should be strong but not labored or fast. Maintain the rhythmic quality of your breath as you step your feet hips width apart, and place your hands on your hips. Look straight ahead and prepare yourself for the forward bend series. Inhaling into a small back bend, exhaling, returning to neutral, and folding forward from the hips. Keep the thighs lifted all the way down, hands to the floor. Inhale up to the fingertips, and exhale, releasing down to the floor. Take a hold of your 2 big toes with your thumbs facing forward. Release all the way down, letting your elbows bend. Inhaling, straightening the arms. Let's lift the head slightly, trying to straighten out the back. You can bend your knees if you need to be able to hold your toes. Finding 4 deep, full, deep breaths. And exhaling, we'll take the hands all the way under the feet now with the wrists on the floor. First releasing down, letting the elbows bend, head drops, and then we start to straighten the arms, shift the weight forward to the front of the feet, and lift and pull away, opening up the wrist bones. This is a wonderful counter pose after all the sun salutations. And now we'll take our hands out and place them on the floor in front of us and a little wider than our shoulders, and transition some of the weight from your legs forward into your hands, getting strong through the arms as you do so. Release the head downward, stretch the arms, breathing deeply. And now we'll inhale up to the fingertips, and exhale, fold, wrapping the arms one around each leg and folding all the way down. Uttanasana, forward bend. Deep, full breathing. Each time we exhale, we'll empty that belly out. And now we'll begin our ascent. So we'll exhale completely, all the way out. Take the hands to the hips. Return to the neutral spine and all the way up to the beginning into that back bend. A little deeper this time. Coming back to neutral and look straight ahead. Triangle half moon series. Stand tall with your arms wide, palms down, and your feet as wide as your hands. Turn your right leg out and your left leg in. Ground yourself by spreading your toes and drawing your thigh bones close into the hips. Take a breath in, pull up from the ankles to armpits, and begin to reach to your right front diagonal, taking your left hip to your left rear diagonal. Sweep your hand down to your block or the floor. Get comfortable. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, swing your pelvis forward as you open the chest, looking straight ahead. You can also gently rotate your head on its axis to face upward. Take 5 full, deep Ujjayi breaths. At the end of your 5th breath, exhale all the way out. Look down at your hand, bend your right knee, move your block about 1 foot in front of you. Then with great firm commitment, straighten your right leg and your left leg extends up. You have 1/2 of your weight on your right hand and 1/2 of your weight on your right leg. Keep your focus. Your left arm is extended skyward, palm open. Enjoy your pose. In one smooth motion, bend your right knee as you place the left foot on the floor, coming up into Warrior 2, taking your block with you. Now we'll begin the left side. Take a breath in, pull up, and begin to reach to your left front diagonal as your hips go to the right rear diagonal. Sweep your hand down to the block or the floor. Get comfortable. Establish that straight line between the arms. And now we'll inhale, and as we exhale, swing the pelvis forward. If you'd like, rotate your head to look up. Begin your 5 deep Ujjayi breaths. Establish a drishti or gazing point with your eyes. Calm yourself internally as you continue to breathe. At the end of the exhale, look down, bend your left knee, move your block 1 foot in front of you, and then straighten your left leg, extending the right leg all the way up. 1/2 of your weight on your left hand, 1/2 on your right leg. You can just look down to the floor or rotate your head if you wish. Continue with your Ujjayi breathing, then return to Warrior 2 position, come up, and step or jump in. Very good. Now we'll move into the side angle pose. Set yourself up exactly as you did for the triangle. With the left leg turned in and the right turned out, feel the energy directed from the left heel into the left sitting bone. Use this as your grounding Warrior 2, the beginning posture for side angle. Now tilting, taking a long stretch over that right side. Nice deep full breathing. And now we'll transition, taking the hands behind the back, turning on the diagonal and folding forward from there all the way down. Arms will go overhead, not to the point of straining, just gentle stretch. Head will drop down, relaxing the back of the neck. Inhale and come up, and now we'll go completely into the full side angle pose. You can take your hand down on a block to the outside of your right foot or to the ground. Left arm arcs overhead, reaching as far as you can. Feel that anchoring from the left heel to the left fingertip, all one straight line. Deep, full breathing. Each time we exhale, belly towards the spine, pelvic floor lifts, focus, and returning to come out into Warrior 2. You can lift your arm overhead, reversing the direction, and coming up to straight legs. And let's transition to the other side. Rotating out on the left side, rotating in on the right. Inhale up to Warrior 2. Exhale, folding at the left knee. Make sure you don't let your left knee go beyond your ankle. Now we'll tilt the entire body over to the left, looking straight ahead, feeling that long stretch. Inhale, turning onto the diagonal, folding the hands behind you. And exhale, belly towards the spine as you fold forward over the leg. Go ahead and let your head relax. Make sure you keep that anchor of the right heel strong and firm into the ground. Inhaling, coming up, and now we'll go into full side angle. Arms stretch out. You can also do this version taking an elbow to the knee, but the hand to the block works just as well. And we'll take that right arm, arc it up overhead, feeling that straight line from right hand to right heel. Deep, full breathing. Ujjayi breath is continuing as we breathe. Inhale, come back into Warrior Two using the energy of the legs. Reverse your direction. And exhale, bring yourself back to square. Step or jump your feet together. Revolved triangle. Set up your legs hips width apart, with the right leg in front and the left leg behind. There's just a slight turnout of the left leg and foot. Inhale into the chest, slight back bend. Exhale, up and over into neutral, folding forward, keeping the anchor of the left heel on the floor. Find your flat back. Inhale, gazing upward one more time. Exhale, folding towards the shin, staying firmly anchored through your back heel. Inhale, transition up to neutral and all the way to the top. Once more, slight back bend. Release your arms. Now we'll take the left arm forward in a nice square position. Inhale, reaching that left arm up, feeling the connection to the anchor of the left heel, folding forward. Flat back hand goes to the floor or to a block. And now we'll transition into the twist. So we're lifting the right hip, dropping the left, squeezing the inner thighs together. It rolls into the back slowly until it gets to the very top of your head, eyes gazing towards the sky. Counting your full, deep 5 breaths for each position. Coming up, bending your front knee. The twist is completely out of the body. And exhale, return to your original shape. Step your back foot forward. And now we'll step the right leg back. Transition, arms up. Folding behind you, either in reverse prayer or holding on to the elbows. Inhale into back bend. Make sure your front kneecap is fully lifted. Your back heel is pressed into the floor, folding into neutral. Inhale, just the upper back here. Exhale, folding down towards the shin. Feel the stretch. Inhale, coming back up to neutral and beyond into a small back bend. Once again, feel the anchor of your right heel. Arms out to the side, right arm forward. Inhale, lift, feeling the connection from finger to back sitting bone. Exhale, folding forward. Hand goes down to the floor or the block. Find your squareness, and then we'll lift. Left hip, right hip drops. Goes into the lower back, middle back, upper back, head, neck, everything. Ujjayi breath, 5 deep, full breaths. Taking the twist out of the spine, bending the front knee, use the energy of the legs to come up. And slight back bend. We'll open up, back to square, and step your back foot to meet your front. Return to Namaste. And now we'll go into the wide leg forward bend series. Turn sideways on your mat and step or jump your feet out wide. Make sure that your feet are in a parallel position. This is the starfish pose, opening up. We want to feel the energy circulating through our body. It's coming in through our arms and legs to the center of our body and out from the center of the body to the arms and legs. Hands on the hips, looking straight ahead. Inhale into back bend, looking down the tip of the nose. Exhale back to neutral and folding forward. Keeping the kneecaps lifted, find that flat back and then continue on down. Walking your hands forward until you have about 2/3 of your body weight in your arms. Keep the heels on the floor, legs are straight if possible. And exhale, fold back from the arms. So it'll feel like a very wide leg downward dog position. Feel your connection to the earth through your hands and feet. And your hips are reaching to the sky. Relax the back of your neck. Full deep breathing. And now we'll inhale, look up. Walk your hands back until they're underneath the shoulders. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you'll bend the elbows behind you, squeezing the elbows in. Possibly the elbows will make contact with the ground, in which case you can move your body weight forward just a little bit towards the hands. Let's inhale and straighten the arms now, coming up to the hands. And hands will transition to the hips, neutral spine. Drop the tailbone, leading with the back of your head to come up, returning into that back bend. Let's clasp the hands behind the back. Take a breath in and exhale, folding forward all the way down. Hands will come overhead, still clasped together, then release and slide the hands down the outside of the legs. You might want to hook the hands onto the big toes. Pull away, and then exhale, fold all the way down. Your head is hanging down between the legs. You may make contact with the floor with the head, or place the head on a block as well. Transition some of the weight forward. And now we'll prepare to come out of it, straightening the arms. Hands will transition to the hips, come to flat back. Inhale all the way up, and returning to that original back bend, belly towards the spine. Exhale back to center, looking straight ahead. And now we'll step or jump our feet together. Return to Namaste. Standing balance series. Now we'll stand strong like trees and balance ourselves both inside and out. Take a moment to prepare. We'll go into eagle pose to start, taking our right leg forward, wrapping it around, left arm is forward, and we're sinking downward, feeling firmly grounded through our standing leg. Notice that the shoulders are forward of the hips and the back remains in a neutral position. Concentrate and slowly transition out as you straighten up your standing leg. We'll switch legs and taking the left leg in front. The right arm will cross in front of the right elbow, sinking down. This is one where our center of gravity is going lower. And we're gazing out beyond our fingers, softly breathing. Concentrate. Pull up through the inside of your body. Stay calm, slowly unfolding, unwinding, and set both feet down. Preparing for tree pose now, we'll pick up the right foot, get it as high on the inner thigh as possible, or you might want to cross it over in front, dropping the knee downwards. And let's take that opposite arm. Both arms come up. Looking straight ahead, nice and balanced. Concentrate on the sound of your breath. Bring the hands down over the center line in front of the heart, looking straight ahead. And now we'll release and change sides. So let's take the left foot up, cross it in front, high on the inner thigh. Arms will slowly rise up once we find our balance. Looking straight ahead, focus and concentrate. And bringing the hands down over the center line. And release the foot to the floor. Preparing for hand to big toe pose, reaching through the inside of the leg, taking a hold of that right big toe and extending the leg forward. You may not get it all the way straight, but you can still do this with a bent knee. Just make sure your standing leg is straight. We carry it out to the side, gaze off in the direction of the left fingertips, then bring everything back to the center. Release the leg, stretch it out in front of you, and then guide it down towards the ground. Now we'll go to the left side, taking the left big toe. Right leg is perfectly straight, extending forward, gazing beyond your toe. Now carry to the side, getting taller on that right side. Gazing over your right arm, then back to the center, bringing the leg back to the center. Hold, release and hold, and let it go down to the ground. Dancer. Hand to either the outside or the inside of the right foot, staying nice and square, chest forward, hips straight on, rising so that the hand and foot are on the same line with each other. Then scoop the hand underneath and go up, 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 up. And then press the hand down and we'll tilt forward from the hips. Again, keeping that line between the forward hand and the back foot. Bring yourself back to square and we'll change sides. Going to the left, hand to the inside of the foot if possible. Rising up, hand and foot are on the same line, belly is in, your back is still straight. Scoop the hand and everything goes up. Back foot, front hand, everything. Then press the hand down and lean forward from your hip. Keep your standing leg nice and straight and bring yourself back to square. Last one now, warrior 3. Extending the arms out in front of you to the side as we bend forward, keeping a straight line from head to back toe. We can finish in what we call the dragon pose, which is a little bit of an arch with the arms behind you. Find your straight warrior and then bring yourself back to square. And we'll go to the left side now. Here we go. Stretching out and bending forward. Make sure that you keep your eyes focused on a space a little bit in front of you. And then bring yourself back to square. All done. Warrior series. At this point, we're feeling quite warm and supple, so we can go deeply into strong standing work with confidence and readiness. Each position is held for a total of 3 breaths. Let your breath lead you into each movement and each transition. Inhale into chair pose. Continue to inhale as you rise to your full height, even a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gazing upward, extending from the mid-back. Bend the knees and step back into plank position. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, roll back into downward dog for 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale. On the exhale, pull back, bend your knees, look towards your hands, and step forward. Feet together. Inhale, gazing upward. Exhale all the way down, coming up into chair pose. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way up to your full height. And we'll step our left leg back into lunge. Warrior 1 position. Bring your hands down right in front of the heart center. Go deeply through the legs. And we'll begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll begin to straighten both legs, arms rise overhead, and we'll open up into warrior 2. Right leg is bent. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Rotate to turn your pelvis to face front. Now we're going to twist over to the right side, placing the left elbow on the right thigh. Balancing. Remember your back heel is off the floor. Breathing. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to come out of the pose. Return to that former lunge. Arms overhead. And going straight down 1. Inhale up. Exhale down 2. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Arms overhead. Back foot is on the floor. Lean forward just a little bit. Arms overhead, a little arch in the back. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. And as you exhale, fold forward, hands on the floor. Pull back, straighten both legs. If you can, come up to the fingertips for a really stretched, straight spine and legs. Modification would be to bend the front knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Bend your front knee. And now we'll put our left hand on the floor, right arm straight out to the side, looking down. Take a deep breath on the exhale. Squeeze your inner thighs together and rotate to the right. If you can, turn your gaze up to look at the sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale and exhale as you come all the way back to your lunge. Step your leg back and then come into pigeon pose with your right leg in front. Bring yourself to an upright position up on the fingertips. Rise one arm and then the other arm if you feel safe. Otherwise, keep both hands on the floor. And we'll go forward and down into a resting pigeon pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now feel your back foot starting to come up towards your head and lift yourself up. Either keep your hands on the floor or reach your hands back to pull your back foot towards you as you lift the head towards the foot. Breathing in. And then fold forward. Press back. Your right leg goes to the floor. Left leg sky high behind you. Open up to look under your left armpit. And then bring yourself back to the center. We're going to swing that top leg forward into lunge. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale all the way down. Coming into chair pose. Two and three. All the way to your full height. And this time we'll step the right leg back into lunge, warrior one position. Lower your hands down to chest height. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting the arms up, straightening out both legs. Now we'll come into warrior one position. Straight down, gazing over your left fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rotating on your back heel, lift the back heel, rotate to face forward. And this time we'll bring the right elbow to the left knee. And bring yourself into that wonderful twisted pose. Keep your face in line with your chest. Palms of the hands together. Finding your breath one more time. Always stay connected with the breath. Now coming out, return to the lunge position. Back heel is off the floor, arms out. And we'll go down and up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Last time, all the way to the floor. Turn your back toes over, lift the arms overhead, arching back if you feel so inclined. Full deep breath. And again, folding forward, both hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes underneath and pull back, trying to straighten both legs. Coming up to the fingertips. You can also use two blocks here to help extend your arms. Gazing slightly forward, breathing. Once again, find the breath. Now we'll go into a lunge. This time it's our right hand on the floor, our left hand extended to the sky, slowly opening up. Remember to keep the tops of your inner thighs squeezing together. It'll help keep your spine nice and straight. Counting your breaths, inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring yourself back into lunge, stepping your leg forward into pigeon pose. This time you're on the left leg. Bringing yourself to an upright position, up to the fingertips. You can experiment lifting one arm or two. Take a deep breath in and exhale, folding forward all the way down to the ground, resting pigeon. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Feel your back foot rising as you bring yourself to an upright position, either holding this position or reaching back with your arms, gently pulling the foot towards your body, just looking up slightly, feeling that stretch through the chest, the neck, and then releasing down. And we'll step back. This time, we're going to take our right leg sky high in the air, looking under the right armpit. Take your time, then bring your foot back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to start transferring the weight from the feet to the hands. Keep your hips very high. Pull back, bend the knees towards the feet, then to the hands. This is a preparation for a jump. Push back and forward. Keep breathing. And again, back and little jump. Both legs in the air. Again, jump and jump. And now we're going to kick one leg, then the other, one leg, then the other, and one more time, one leg, then the other. Pull back, and now we'll pounce forward into that wide leg squat. Place your elbows on your thighs, look straight ahead. Your rear end is sticking way out behind you, back is straight. Sending the weight down into your heels. Find the breath. Placing both hands on the floor, jump back into plank position. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back, downward dog. Now step or jump forward. We'll come into crow position. Heels high, toes turned out. Come forward onto the arms. Elbows are slightly bent. And just come forward. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Steady, steady. And slowly back to your feet. Now we'll bring the heels towards the floor or on the floor, coming into a squat position. Hands in front of the heart. Breathing. Now we'll take the hands behind the body, swing the hips forward, walk your feet forward until you come into a tabletop position. Press up, and then we'll take one leg straight up in the air. Fold it and bring it down. Opposite leg straight up in the air. Keep breathing while you're doing this. Hold on, we just have a few moments to go. And down. Take a deep breath in and swing your hips back. Inhale, hips forward. Exhale, swing back. One more time. Inhale and exhale, swing back and lower the hips to the floor. Prepare for seated forward bend. Lift the arms overhead. Exhale and folding forward. Grab a hold of your feet or your legs, wherever you can hold on to. And pulling from the legs. Inhale and exhale, fold. Let yourself just fall onto your legs. Inhale and exhale, just relax, keeping the legs nice and straight. Again, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Slowly rolling back. Stretch your legs, pointed toes, rounded back. Slide your arms behind you. Inhale, press the hips up in the air. This is a wonderful counter pose to the forward bend. Head goes back, head comes forward, and lower the hips to the floor. And you're finished. Boat series. This series requires very strong core support. Make sure that you work at your own pace. Let's fold forward in the tailor pose, letting the head drop down between the elbows and arms. Just relaxing forward, relaxing the back. And then we'll slowly roll up, and we'll take our hands behind us, bringing the feet together and the knees together. Come to the back of the sitting bones. We'll lift the feet off the floor, looking straight ahead. Press the legs either halfway or to straight. Make sure you maintain steady, even long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. And let's bring ourselves back into that tailor pose and relax the back as we fold forward one more time. Inhale, bring yourself back up. You can repeat number 1, or you can go into number 2, which is arms off the floor, extending either to a full boat or halfway. Find that steady breath once more, steadiness of mind, steadiness of body, balanced on the back of the sitting bones, using the core support. And come forward one more time into that tailor pose, relaxing down. Inhale, bring yourself back to straight. Knees together, holding onto the ankles. Find the back of the sitting bones once more, and slowly extend the legs, either to straight or halfway, gazing beyond your toes. Find that steady, easy, gentle breath. And relax down, and let's fold forward into our tailor pose one more time. And bring yourself up to your full seat. This will be the full boat variation. Sitting tall from the tailor pose, relax forward. Let everything go. Breathing into the back. Now we'll slowly roll up. Coming back onto the hands, extending the legs forward. Find that steady breath. Remember, you can do this with your knees in the halfway position as well, folding forward and all the way over. Number 2, we'll have the hands off the floor, extending the legs either halfway or all the way. Feel the connection of your body from head to toe. Folding forward. Inhale, roll up, taking a hold of the ankles. Find that halfway point, and then beyond. Set yourself in by dropping the shoulder blades down the back, lengthening the neck, looking out beyond the feet, and then we'll release forward. Take a hold of the heels from the inside of your legs, extending the legs either halfway or fully out to the side, finding the balance right in the middle. Release the legs, let them float down to the floor, and fold forward from the hips, letting your hands walk you out. If you're able to get your chest on the floor, you can take your hands out to the ankles or the big toes. And then we'll press up from the arms back to our square position and bring the legs back in, going into Hanumasana splits. Right leg in front, left leg behind. Make sure your back knee is facing the floor. You can press up into a slight back bend And then we'll change sides. Make sure you use your arms to help support you. And slowly straighten out. And let's finish in a tailor pose. Another way to practice the splits is using blocks to help you. Again, you're supporting yourself through the arms. Right leg in front, left leg behind. On the top of the kneecap of the back leg. And just gently take that weight into the arms and let yourself sink down. Going to the point of resistance and staying with it. And now we'll go into the spiral series. Right leg extended forward, left foot high on the inner thigh, folding over the right leg. If possible, you can wrap your hands around your foot. Holding deep, full, easy breaths. And now we'll slowly open up, opening the left hip up to face forward. Keep the foot high on the inner thigh. Arm comes overhead and exhale, folding over that right leg. Try to stay open, looking straight ahead, feeling that stretch along the left side of the body. Inhale, exhale, bring the arm up. Hand goes to the floor right by the hip. And we'll inhale as we spiral back. Hold the breath here. And exhale, bring yourself back down to your seat. Let's change sides. Left leg straight out. Right leg high on the inner thigh, turning to face the leg so your hips are square. Exhale and fold over that left foot. You can, if you're able to get your hands around the top of the foot, you can hold on to the opposite wrist. Deep, full breathing. Nice and slow, feeling the stretch. Now we'll begin to open up, pulling out that right hip, facing forward. Inhale, lifting the arm overhead. Exhale, folding over the left leg. Stay looking straight ahead, feeling that stretch on the side of the body. Inhale, come up. Left hand goes right by the hip, press into the floor, spiral back, hold the breath. And exhale, bring yourself back down to your seat, and we'll finish. Spinal twist. Sitting on the floor on your right hip with your left leg crossed over on top, take your right arm and cross it over to the left knee. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly twisting to the left. Try to move from the lower back into the middle back, into the upper back, into the head and neck, and even the eyes turning to the left. No strain, just easy twisting. Breathing in, breathing out. A variation would be to take that right arm and bring it over the top of the thigh and extend the arm to straight. This will deepen the twist. Make sure each time you exhale, squeezing your belly towards your spine. Now release out of the twist, a little counter twist to the other side, and then bring yourself back to the center. Deepen your pose on your legs just a little bit. Come forward towards the knees and then let your body round forward over the legs. Just relaxing into the stretch. You'll feel this deep inside the hip, especially of the leg that is on top. Slowly rolling up the spine. And we'll go into cow face pose. So we'll be taking the right arm on top and the left arm down below. Grasp your hands behind your back. You can also use a strap for this purpose. Try to have your head in an upright position, and then we'll release out. So we're going to be leaning onto our right side and then spin the legs around until you come onto the left hip with the right leg crossed over on top. First, center yourself. Left hand on the outside of the knee, deep breath in. Right hand is your support system. And on the exhale, slowly twisting to the right. Lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, head, and eyes all the way to the right. Find your Ujjayi breath. You can do your variation with the left arm straightening out. Now we'll begin to come out of the twist. Little counter twist if you'd like. And then center yourself. The top knee is directly over the bottom knee as you fold forward. Deep breath in and exhale to slowly roll up. This time you'll take the left arm on top and right arm below. Looking straight ahead, find your breath. Release out, bring yourself down to your side, and roll all the way around to your belly. Take a moment to just relax on your belly, just feeling the whole front of your body relaxing into the floor. Then we're going to stretch the legs so that the kneecaps are off the floor. Extend through the top of the head. Remember to lift your pelvic floor and your belly as you lift up into a small back bend. And then exhale and relax down. Let's try that again. Stretch the legs behind you. Inhale and slowly come up. Hold the position for just a moment. Reach your fingertips towards your heels and exhale. Release down. Just relax your shoulders for a moment and arms. And then we'll bring our hands into cobra position at chest height, squeezing the elbows inward, dropping the shoulders down the back. Stretch the legs, breathe in, lift the torso off the floor, keep the pubic bone on the floor. You won't get your arms completely straight in this pose. Just the upper body is off the floor, extending forward and up. If you wish, you can tilt the head back very consciously, feeling that stretch in the front of the neck, looking down the tip of the nose, and then looking forward, and slowly lower yourself, reaching the head towards the top of your mat. And then we're going to take one arm forward, other arm forward. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you'll be coming up into starfish pose on the floor. So we'll be balanced on the belly. The arms and legs will reach up and out to the sides, just like you're flying. Reach around to your ankles or the tops of your feet and use your legs to pull your body upwards into bow, upward bow. If you'd like, you can lower down just a little bit and then all the way down, holding onto your feet, just pulling your feet towards your hamstrings. Straighten out, push back into a long extended child's pose. And now we'll go into the bridge and finish up with our back bend series. Lying on your back in the neutral spine. Press your heels into the floor. Lift your hips in the air as you move your weight slightly towards your knees. Pressing your shoulders and arms into the floor. Make sure you keep your head in a neutral position. Find the breath and breathe deeply into your chest, letting the chest rise and open with each breath. Slowly lower yourself back down to your starting position. Number 2, take a deep breath in. And exhale, pressing your heels into the floor. Once again, lift the hips up high, coming to the base of the shoulder blades. Then we'll rock ourselves to one side and the other until we can clasp the hands underneath. Keep your gaze straight up or look down the tip of the nose towards the chest. A little bit higher, pressing up. Find your breath once again. When you're ready to come out of the pose, release the shoulders and arms first, then bring your hips down to the ground. Take a deep breath. This is a third variation, lifting back up to that high position. Clasp the hands underneath. Get up as high as you can. Then we're going to bend at the elbows and support the lower back and sacrum with your hands. Notice that the elbows are lined up with the shoulders. Once you feel firmly supported, you can lift one leg at a time or both legs at the same time. Slowly bring yourself back down to your original position. Then release the arms. Remember to keep your pelvic floor lifted, your belly towards your spine, and slowly come back to your original neutral spine. Very good. Now we'll go into full back bend or full wheel. Take your time, bring your hands right by your ears, and press up through the arms, lifting your chest towards the sky. You may not be able to do this pose yet, but it's something to work towards. Slowly lower back down and rest. Bring your knees to your chest. Shoulders stand. Extend your legs straight up in the air, pressing your arms into the floor and using your strong core, lift the legs over into plow position. Get up onto the balls of the feet, and then you're going to walk your shoulders underneath you until you can have your hands supporting your lower back. Elbows are straight down from the shoulders. You can also do this on several blankets. Slowly lift your legs up in the air as you press through your lower back with your hands, trying to get that straight line from shoulders to the tips of the toes. This should feel fairly restful once you get into position. Concentrate on relaxing and following your breath. Slowly lower the feet down in a kind of a jackknife position back into the plow pose. And then you can bring your hands around to your feet, kind of shuffle your shoulders up by your ears. And now we'll start to come down very slowly, controlling through the abdomen. Legs are straight. Find that neutral spine position. Control, 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 and relax. Headstand and variations. From a kneeling position, come forward, clasping your hands in that bowl shape. Elbows are the same width as the shoulders. Roll up onto the balls of the feet. Take one leg up and slowly then the other in a scissor type of movement. Once you get into position, push down into the floor with your forearms so that you get lots of height through your spine, through your legs. Concentrate, watch the breath, feel your strength. Very calmly now, one leg down, then the other leg, back is straight, come back to the hands and knees, and relax. Second variation, tuck the toes underneath. Walk the feet forward till you're on the tippy toes. And then bring both legs up straight in the air. This takes a little bit more strength through the core. Remember to keep pressing down into the ground and stretching your feet to the sky. Slowly pull back in the hips, keep the legs straight, lower the feet to the floor, and come down and rest. Roll back up to sitting on your heels. Another headstand variation. Coming into crow to start. Slowly lower the head to the floor. Then bring the hips over the shoulders. Knees are bent. Cross the ankles and bring yourself into a beautiful open position between the knees, balancing on your head and your forearms. Slowly lower down and come back. Rest in child's pose. Here's the same pose done from the front viewpoint. Wall-supported handstand. This is a lot of fun and easier than doing your normal handstands. If you have a wall or a post, such as which we're using, you measure by extending your legs out to the front and then bringing your hands to where your feet were. Walk your feet up along the post or the wall. Make sure that your head is over your hands. Extend one leg straight up in the air as you press your standing leg into the wall or the post, and then change sides. Make sure you keep your back straight and your legs straight. Now we'll walk the feet back down, come back to a seated position, stretch the legs out, and there you are. Shavasana. This final relaxation is just as important as the more active parts of your practice. So make sure you give yourself this time to relax and refresh yourself. Lie down on your mat in the most comfortable way possible. If you need to have your knees bent, it's helpful to place a bolster or rolled up blanket underneath your knees. Otherwise, lie down with your legs straight and about mat width apart, with the toes rolled outward. Rest your arms a bit wider than your mat, palms facing up. If your forehead seems lower than your chin, place a folded blanket under your head for support. After all that activity, we will now go to a place of stillness. Close your eyes and return inside. Now our breath will become gentle and quiet. So remember to release any constriction in the back of the throat. As you observe your inhale, allow the belly to rise, and on the exhale, let the belly fall. Continue to observe this pattern for a few moments. At some point, you may feel your body relaxing into the ground. Let yourself go with that sensation, letting the arms and the legs fall, the torso fall, the head fall, deeper down and deeper still. Continue to watch the breath as you continue to let go. Make sure you let your thoughts just float on by rather than holding on to them or trying to stop them. Remember to continue to watch the breath, the belly rising and the belly falling. Gradually, we'll begin to feel our body becoming lighter as we yield to the ground. The legs are light, the arms are light, the head is light, and the torso is light. We're also filled with light from the inside to the outside. Feel yourself becoming lighter still. Preparing to come out of the pose, wiggle your fingers and toes just a little bit. Begin to deepen the breath. When you're ready, bend your knees until your feet are on the floor and then roll slowly over onto your right side. Rest your head on your arm, make yourself completely comfortable. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth like a sigh. One more time, deep breath in and then exhaling out. Just rest there for a moment. And we'll slowly, keeping your eyes closed, prepare yourself to come up to sitting. Take your time, slowly coming up. Once again, come into a comfortable seat, sitting tall. And once again, find that gentle, quiet breath, the same breath you felt at the beginning of your practice. Notice any changes that you might feel after practicing. Maybe it's a little easier to sit. Maybe the mind is more quiet. The body is less discomfort. And just sit quietly and breathe for a moment. And now we'll take a breath together, extending our arms overhead, opening our eyes to look up. And exhale, let the arms come down back to the floor. And one more time, lifting the arms up with a sense of gratitude for the gift of life, honoring wisdom and truth, love and compassion, energy, strength, and the creative spirit. Namaste. And thank you.